All right, we're back. We're going to do some slow yoga and some core work. So optional equipment today. I'm going to show both with and without. But if you have a yoga ball, a squishy ball, one of these textured balls, by the way, these are wonderful. They're inexpensive. You can order them off of, you know who has them pretty inexpensively, and I got these within a few days. I have two of them, and I love them. So squishy ball. You can always put comments or ask me to reach out to me if you want details on any of this stuff. Happy to provide. So squishy ball if you've got it. Yoga blocks if you've got it. And then, where my blankets are. In here somewhere maybe. There's a blanket. So blanket is always nice. Oops, and a water bottle. Blankets are always nice to kind of prop up when we get into some of the stuff on the floor. So give you a second. If you know you have those props around and you want to get them, go for that. All right. So before we move into any seated work or floor work, let's come to the back edge of your mat. So we've just, if you did that whole bar sequence, that slow bar sequence, you might feel the legs a little bit turned on there. This is always a good thing. My legs feel like they're buzzing, which is good. I won't need my second cup of coffee today. Take the arms up overhead. Inhale high. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale high. Exhale, take the arms down to the sides. Good. Inhale, take them up. Exhale, cactus, release the shoulders. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last time, inhale, up. Exhale, cactus, stretch the back. And the chest, heart forward. Inhale. Exhale, arms to the sides. This time, we're just going to take it up and right into a forward fold. Release down. Moving slow. Let the head bow. And walk yourself out to a down dog. So we've got the heels are trying to reach for the floor. Now we're just going to take a few breaths here in downward facing dog. Hips are high, tailbone is lifting up. So you can focus on the muscles of the backs of the leg first, like you're trying to shine them out towards the back. Really stretch. Legs can have some nice deep bends in them. Hug your belly button back towards the spine. Spread the shoulder blades. And slowly walk yourself back. Little baby steps to a forward fold. The hands aren't on the ground. Totally okay. You can bend the knees. You could use a yoga block right here. We're going to take about 4 breaths in a nice deep forward fold, lengthening those legs that just worked so hard. Sometimes it's good to slow down, press pause. Lengthen the back of your neck. Let it be crunchy. Inhale to a half lift. You could use the block there or put your fingertips on your shins. So in half lift, the crown of the head is what's reaching forward. So not the forehead. You don't want to be here crunching the neck. You want that back of the neck long, lengthen, hug the belly in, soften the knees, push in weight back into the heels as we rise slow. Arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, high. Exhale, forward fold. Dogs are looking for something. Forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, bow. Walk the hands slowly. Just to downward facing dog. 2 breaths in down dog. Melt the face, turn off the brain. Good, we're gonna start shifting our weight forward, coming into a plank. So rolling forward real slow. Make any adjustment once you get here. You want those shoulders over the wrists. Heart is shining out forward over the front edge of the mat. Good, press the mat away. Strong plank here. Just because we're moving slow doesn't mean we have taken that strength work out of it. So we're just gonna hold plank. You could always put knees down to the ground, the belly button still hugging back. Hug, hug, hug. Breathe. Good. Rock a little forward on the toes and then slow lower all the way down. Untuck the toes. Point the toes towards the back edge of the mat. Hug your elbows in, close to the rib cage. Fingertips are right under your shoulders. Good. Little lift of the heart and lower. Now you might notice that my right foot, I have it tucked. I've got a foot cramp. So if you have a foot cramp and it hurts or it's getting difficult, there it goes, it went away. To press those toenail sides of the foot to the mat, make an adjustment there. All right, tuck the toes. See if we can press from here. Tuck the toes, turn all the muscles of the body on. We're gonna press up to a plank. You could come through knees, just like that, and then to down dog. Little down dog. Breathe it there. You got it. Again, rock forward. Slow. Take it the slow route to your plank. That is good. Again, crown of the head is what's reaching forward, lengthening the spine, puffing up the back. Chin is neutral, so you're not looking back. Chin's pointing down at the floor. Lower the knees, maybe knees wider than feet. Sink back to child's pose. Now with my knee, this is still one I'm not quite there yet. Probably won't be for months. So you find your child's pose. Try to demo it on the right. You want to take the hips as close to the heels as you can get them. If you can't get there, this is where that blanket comes in handy for me. I'm going to add a blanket down here. Better. Little better. Find a rest. Now, I've got my hips, kind of that happy dog wagging the tail. Ideally, in child's pose, you're able to get the tailbone into neutral. My tailbone wants to go there, but my knee does not. So you guys decide. Breathe into your legs, into your inner thighs, to your outer thighs. Send some fresh, oxygenated blood into those hard-working legs. And when you're ready, we'll come up onto hands and knees. I'm going to keep this blanket here as extra padding under my knee, so you could do that. I'm in neutral, so tailbone is neither up or down, it's just straight back. And there's my natural arch to my back is there, so I'm not accentuating it, I'm not really pushing it down or arching it up. It's my neutral curve to the spine. Again, chest is shining forward. Just a couple of cats and cows here. Inhale, now you see the arch go. As I drop my belly, lift the hips up. Tailbone is tilted outward. And on the exhale, coming into cat, tailbone tucks underneath. Good. So on the inhale, we come to cow pose. Think about that tail as a wagging tail back there, happy dog. And on the exhale, dog that did something wrong, tail between the legs. Drop the head, drop your ears. Good, move at your pace. Stretching out the low back. If you've been sitting a lot, have low back issues, this is so nice, this slow, easy cats and cows. Your pace. Good. And here's your last one. cats and cows for a long time as long as your wrists aren't getting sore. Let's give the wrists a break. Find a comfortable seat. For me, I'm still getting there with that too. Just want to shake the wrists out. Shake the wrists. Relax the shoulders. Take a couple breaths here. We're going to move into some standing postures. Since we were down on those hands and knees, just want to pull the head back, ears over shoulders. Take a couple breaths. It's almost like we're moving into a new chapter of today's story. So take a breath before you turn that page. So we'll come back up. I'm going to move the blanket. A little bit of slow flow coming up. Find downward facing dog as our start point. Good. Lift your right leg high. We're going to keep the hip dial down and then draw the right knee very slowly up and then right foot plants up between the hands. You could use, should have got those there before, but you could have these blocks right here anytime. They're going to help keep the floor a little closer. So we are going to flow, but first let's find that right alignment. Left leg really stretching it back. Kneecaps facing the floor, your back of your thigh muscles, that hamstring. Squeeze, lift up. Good. We're going to come all the way up. Your front knee is over the ankle. If you're newer to yoga or need some help balancing, have a chair right here or whatever you used for barre. We're finding crescent lunge. Both arms reach high. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. Same arm movement we did before. We're just holding this lunge. Inhale. Exhale, arms sweep out. Good. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, cactus, come a little lower. Inhale, reach. And then we take the arms out to the side. One more. Inhale, high. Exhale, cactus, low. Inhale, high. Exhale, take it down. Arms are down by your sides. Hold there for 2 breaths. Good. On that second exhale, we're going to take the right leg back and find downward facing dog. You can use the blocks. You can say no thank you. Try them with or without. Use your down dog as your reset button. Left leg's going to lift. Dial that hip down. Do not out to the side. Hips dialing down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly bring that left leg to the front of the mat or left foot. Setting up for our crescent on this side. Left knee over. Right leg, stretch it back. Right kneecap faces the mat. Again, blocks if you would like them. And we lift. Back hip flexor now is pushing forward. And we've got that knee right over our ankle. Inhale high. Exhale cactus. Inhale high. Exhale, arms come down to the sides. Good. Now we add that little deeper lunge. Inhale. Exhale, cactus, come down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. 2 more sets. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. And down. Last time through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. And hold. Just hold right here. Different arm variation on our crescent. Lunge. Heart is shining forward. Shoulders are pressing down. Rib cage, peeling the shoulder blades back towards each other. Take an inhale. Exhale. Hands find the mat or those blocks. Downward facing dog. Big inhale. Big exhale. There's your reset. Not moving fast, but we're working. Take that right leg high. Right leg lifts. On the exhale, take it forward. This time we're finding our warrior two, so the back foot will step down. Keep the right knee bending forward, or bending right over the ankle. Open up. So your torso is turning to face the side, the long side of your mat. Hips, rib cage, all facing forward or facing off to the side. And then once you find that, you take your head, look over that front arm. Here's our slow flow. Inhale, come low. Exhale, step out of it or straighten the leg. Inhale down. Exhale, both legs are straight. Inhale down. Keep pressing into the outer edge of that back foot. Now, option to come into that triangle leg when you push back. So my hip now push to the back of the mat. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle prep. Inhale, warrior two. And triangle. Last time. We're gonna inhale to two. We're going to go into triangle this time. How slow can we get there? Crown of your head, lengthen it long. I'm gonna use a block right there. It was right there waiting for me. Hold that triangle. Beautiful. All right, triangle. Push deeply into the floor with both feet to activate the legs. Let's release this top arm. Let it swing. The Pete Townsend, I call this one. Round, so we're just let that arm flow. Check in with your rotator cuff. Keep opening the heart out to the side. And then back up to your triangle, shine. Bend the front knee. Release from the floor, find your warrior two. That's it. Beautiful warrior two. Breathe. Nice. And release. Shake, shake, shake the shoulders. We had no weights in the hands, but just holding that arm up there and that slow really can work the arms. All right, we're gonna take it to the other side. So I've moved my blocks, you don't have to do that. All right, take an inhale up, cactus the arms. It's just a different way to get to down dog. Inhale, exhale, arms sweep down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And we bow, walk the hands out, keep the hips high, find down dog. Same sequence coming up. We're going to lead with the left this time. Left leg high. And slow motion. Draw it through. Finding our warrior two this time. Back leg plants, or back foot plants. Front foot steps over. Check in that your knee is right over that ankle. We're stretching this back leg long. And then open up. So torso, rib cage, shoulders are lined up with the side, long side of the mat. And then we find that gaze. That's it. We inhale deep. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale deep. Straighten. Now we're adding that hip. Inhale. Exhale, push the hip back. Good. Inhale, deep warrior two. Exhale. Little sassy hip there. Inhale, push down. Exhale back. Two more of those. Slow flow. Take it back. Last one. We find that triangle prep. Straighten the front leg. Hip. Right hip is back. And we're finding triangle on this side. Notice I've changed the height of my block on this side. This is my knee that I'm really trying to be careful with. My front leg here. So I don't have my leg as far out as I did on the other side, which means to get my hand so that my shoulders are in alignment, I need a little bit more height. Just one way to use that block to help you find the right alignment for your arm length, for your body. We're just going to hold that triangle and start releasing the arm. Hugging the belly tight. Heart is still shining out. Yeah. Do as many of these as feels good for the arm. And then find that triangle one more time. Pressing both feet into the mat. Lengthening the spine using the crown of the head as the top of the spine. Lengthen that direction. You could smile here. Soften the knee. Back to warrior two. And then we step it in. Release the arms. Promised you some core. So that was our slow flow up top. We'll do a little bit more twisting once we get to the bottom. Okay. Taking those pauses for water. And have my ball handy for this. Little bit of core work. Little bit of core work. Now, if you don't have a ball, a few videos ago, I used, something you want to be able to hang on to that's squishy. It shouldn't weigh very much. A roll of paper towels, a pillow that you can kind of squinch down would work, or a yoga block right here. Just something you can get some pressure. You can see the difference in my arms, just relaxed versus squeezing. So I could do this without anything at all. You can kind of see my arm muscles engage. It's, for me, I love the ball because I can take the break when I need it. So there's the relaxed arm, that was the engaged arm. So you can decide. All right, I've got my knees bent, feet flat on the floor, spine is really long, and we're just going to lower all the way down to the mat. Ball's going to come up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, push all the way up, like so. Squeeze that ball. So we're just doing full sit-ups with bent legs. Curling the spine. Keep that belly button pressing towards your spine as we roll through this. You want to make this harder. You're doing it with straight legs. So you're just going at your pace. Feeling how long can you get your spine? How much space can you get between your vertebrae? All right, go about halfway back, hold it there. Lift the heart. So if you kind of tuck like that, shoulders come down and back. Belly button pulls back towards the spine. We're going to take your ball, whatever you've got, to one side, then the other. Lift, side twist, lift, side twist, lift. I'm using straight arms, a little harder. You could do like hit this. Press, lift, pressing in on the ball. So I'm going to give you lots of options. You can take some each way. Oh, push. Getting that twist. Each side, each time pull that belly button back, pull your ab muscles back. I'm trying to keep my feet flat to the floor so my legs have some engagement. And last one each side. Oh, hold right here. Take it 1 inch back, slow 1 inch up. 1 inch back, slow 1 inch up. Yep, you could lose the ball at this point, or whatever you're hanging on to make this even harder. You could grab a dumbbell or something heavy. So these are principles of Pilates here. The longer the lever that we're getting away from the body, the harder it is. So to make it a little easier, we shorten the lever. And the more resistance we add, the harder it is. So the more you press, that's harder. You could be light on the ball, that's easier. So if you've made it really heavy with a weight, you'll notice that difference. Good, this time we're coming all the way down. Slow, lower down. Yeah. Walk your hips around as much as you need to until you can lay your flat spine down on the ground. So there should be no crunching up of the spine, no space between, or lots of space between the vertebrae. And we're going to take the legs to tabletop here. Tabletop legs for added fun. I don't know if it's fun. For added work, I'm taking the ball between my knees. So kind of right at the top part of my thigh there, the bottom part of my thigh. You're laying down, that becomes the top, you know what I mean. Right at the knees, we're squeezing in. You could put, again, a blanket, a pillow, nothing, a yoga block. Options. Squeeze in. Just gonna bring those knees slowly towards the chest, and then take them slowly towards the floor. Inhale in. Exhale towards the floor. If that breath pattern is too slow, keep the movement slow. And you know, you could do an inhale and an exhale. And breathe pretty slowly. It's good for the blood pressure. Keep that. You don't have to breathe fast. So during cardio, you want that heart rate to go up. You'll breathe faster. That means when you're not doing cardio, you can breathe a lot slower. Give your heart that rest. Pump more efficiently. Now. All right, that's enough of those. We're going to take the ball up overhead, lengthen, and just draw the ball to the feet. And feet go towards the floor. Again, you could do this without any prop at all. Just a chance to play here. Keep pressing the belly towards the floor for our core work today. Let's do one more of those. Now I've got one more move with the ball. Good. Put the ball between the feet this time. So you want it so that you can do this if you're using the ball. If not, I'm going to show you what it would look like. I'm rotating the legs as if I had a ball. I'm trying not to drop it between the feet. I'm going to sit on my hands for this one. You don't have to. You can make this a little more difficult by lifting the head, neck, and shoulders up. I don't know what's going on with the hair. We'll just pull it all out. Let it go. All right, I've got my hips on my hands. It's going to keep my low back pressed towards the mat. It's just like a little lift of the hips so that that low back can relax. Good. Inhale, lower the legs. Exhale, raise. Slow raise. Don't come all the way up. The more you can stay out of that rest zone, the more efficient this is. You don't need to do too many reps. In fact, we're only doing 3 with the legs parallel with each other. All right, at the top, rotate. Right heel on top, lower down. Rotate at the bottom, left heel on top, come up. Take it down. Rotate at the bottom, come up. So we'll be doing the rotations at the bottom. Oh. Tough, tough, tough on the core. This ball's pretty big. If it falls out, it falls out. You pick it up. And you start again. Good. Draw in, release the ball. Let that go. Let that go. Oh, that got a little bit into the obliques. Maybe not quite enough, so we're going to just draw some circles here. And close out with slow motion. The theme today has been slow. Slow-mo bicycle crunches. So we're going to take the head into the hands. Legs start in tabletop. So shins are parallel with the floor. And knees are right above the hips. Go draw that right shoulder towards the left knee. Slow motion. And switch sides. Oh. At first, it's like, oh, these feel so good to do slow. See how much you can push the belly towards the mat the whole time. So imagine we have just hit the slow-mo mode on the video recorder over there. Inhale through center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Try to keep the shoulders or the elbows wide. Let's do 2 more each side. Enjoying this slow motion. Oh, like I said, slow does not mean easy. If anything, it's tougher because we are really focusing on form. Press the feet to the floor. Lift your, lift. Sorry about that, little overbend of that knee. Lift the hips up off the floor for a bridge. It's just my knee's way of reminding me that it needs to be fixed. I hear ya. I hear ya. We're lifting the heart. Turning off the muscles of the abdominals here. We just worked them. And everything just sort of rests. A chance to lengthen. Lower back down. Take your left knee in towards your shoulder. Draw it as deeply as you can and draw the right leg to the floor, flexing the toes. For each of these stretches, stay as long as you'd like. I'm going to stay for about 2 to 3 breaths for each. You can certainly go longer. Next, we're going to take that left leg across the body as we open out to the left with the upper body. So my left arm is reaching away. Big, big breath. Using my right hand to help hold that hip down. You can adjust your hips. Move the hips more towards the left of the mat to deepen the twist. We'll come back out of that. We're going to take this left leg up into the air. Left leg up into the air. Right leg joins it. And we're going to bend both legs. We'll get to the other side in a minute. We're going into pigeon today. So I've got blankets and I'm going to try it. I did it earlier in the week. Little rocks here of your spine. This should feel nice on the spine. We're going to take the left knee to the front left corner of the mat. Left knee to the front left corner of the mat. Lie it down. Your right leg's going to sweep around behind you. You're trying to get that right knee facing the mat. And I'm going to prop myself up onto a blanket on this side. So you could try to get this shin parallel with the short edge of the mat. Doesn't happen for everybody, and it certainly does not happen for me right now. You're trying to square the hips towards that front short side of the mat before you lie yourself down. Again, my pigeon looks a little different these days. If you do pigeon, you know what works for you. You're trying to get that right leg straight behind you with the kneecap side down to the mat. Take a few breaths here. Just a few breaths here. Press yourself up, tuck the back toe, and we're going to take this right knee, we're going to take the right foot, right knee down to the mat, left foot forward. Come out of pigeon, same leg that was forward in pigeon. We're just releasing that hip flexor for a low lunge. Getting that hip flexor, we did a lot of work in that bar portion. Hands come to the mat, shift your hips back. Shift the hips back. Breathe there. anything, you want to get a little deeper, go for that. I'm coming back down to the mat, laying on my back to do the twist sequence on the other side. Lie down. Right leg will come back, hug it in. Left leg is long, it's resting. Hug. Slowing down the breath. Rotating the ankle. Letting the body know, signaling to the body that the work is over. We're into the stretching. Take that leg across the body for a twist. Again, adjusting the hips. Would look like that. A little lift and a walk the hips to the right. It's going to get you deeper twist. Deep, deep, lovely twist. Couple of breaths there. Totally, as much as you can, turn the muscles off. Ah. Relax. Getting ready for pigeon on the other side with those spinal rocks. We'll draw back across. Right leg will lift high. Left leg joints. It's a chance to have those legs up overhead. And the knees and some rocks. Back and forth. This time we're going to end up in pigeon with the right knee in the right front corner of the mat. Like so. Left leg sweeps around. You're trying to get that left knee facing the mat. Your heart's up and forward. And we take it down for pigeon. Bowing down. So this is a pose that I have not been able to do since I injured my knee just this week. I counted up this week. I think I hurt my knee 9 weeks ago. So I'm still definitely doing a modified. I'm not as deep in pigeon as I used to be. But for anyone out there with a knee injury, you will get back. I know it. You'll be able to do it. Knee, hip injuries as well, or hip surgeries. Pigeon is such a wonderful pose, but it is not for everybody. If you're in a recovery mode, or if you've had a knee or a hip replacement, you really have to be gentle. You could be doing a figure 4 stretch, similar to what we did in the barre portion, standing or lying on your back. All right, we're going to press up out of it. I'm going to have this blanket ready for that back knee. So we're going to take the back knee to the blanket or just to the mat. Oh, just so we can lengthen that back hip flexor. Hips and shoulders square forward, heart lifts. Oh, one more stretch for those arms. Inhale high. And exhale, come down, shift the hips back. Closing out today with a nice lengthener for the legs because we worked so hard. Slow flow in it today. So thank you so much for joining. Yeah. You can stay there as long as you like. I'm going to close today. Making myself a comfy seat. Again, I'm going to attempt to sit somewhat cross-legged. Right there. Close with the hands at the heart. Relaxing everything. Finding gratitude for so much today, maybe for your practice, for the ability to try something new, to slow down, and realize sometimes slower can be really good to slow down. You don't always have to move so fast. Thank you again for joining today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this class. I hope to see you again soon, whether it's here or in one of my in-person classes. Take care. Namaste.